Yo, what's up guys, TheSurrealAndre, aka New Era X Saint, with a new pack opening today. This one was extremely small, as you see. Once again, I was literally half asleep doing this pack opening. It was just random. I was like, screw it, I'm opening some packs. And I get a new legend, a pretty decent one at that, so you'll catch that later in the video, not much later. But anyway, I'll just jump into two things real quick. For one, today's a sad day. Well, yesterday was a sad day. Both days were very sad days because Allen Iverson finally announces that he will be making his retirement from the NBA. Even though he hasn't played there for quite a while now, he's announcing his retirement, so there's no team that can, pick him back up. Even though a lot of people wanted to see him get picked up one more time. But Allen Iverson is getting, it was just that time. I mean, at this point, I think he's what, like 37? Something like that. It's either that or he's like in his early 40s, one or the other. And Allen Iverson once said, once he is not the #1 person on the scouting report in the other team's locker room, it's time for him to hang it up. So it makes sense, but it's sad because it's just, I loved Allen Iverson so much. He represented for the little man complex in the league, and I respected him for that because I am one of them. Little guys are kind of overshadowed in the game. Unless you can shoot or you're really, really fast, people just look at you and like, oh, whatever. So, Allen Iverson announcing his retirement, it just hurt me. But anyway, other than that, lots of people are now questioning if he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he should, even though all the adversities and the fact that he never won a ring. Alright, the ring thing doesn't matter because some of the greatest and best players of all time never won rings. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton. I'd hate people that use ring logic saying, oh, he has rings, he's better. That makes no sense. If that was the case, Robert Horry would be better than Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Karl Malone. I don't know, a bunch of names just slipped my head, but all of them combined. Patrick Ewing, John Starks. Like, he would literally be better than all of them if you use ring logic, so I don't believe in that. And he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer for what he did on the Sixers. He was, like, once Jordan retired, Iverson was the guy to watch. People openly admit that. For his career, I think he averages 27 points, something like that. That's crazy. I mean, even though he dropped out to the league at, I think, what, like 2010? It doesn't matter. 27 a game for your career number, that's amazing. Plus the publicity and fame that this guy had was serious. Not to mention he was like Dennis Rodman. He'd party every night. Like, and there you go, Bob Dandridge, legend. That's an extremely rare legend in my opinion. I've seen nobody with this guy. I didn't even know he was a legend. I didn't know who he was until I checked the Bucks. He is good at shooting mid-range, a great defender, and among other things. Whatever. You'll see the stats in a minute. And to finish up the video, I wanted to say this. Chris Paul was recently elected the president of the Players Union. The greedy Players Union that aren't spoiled enough getting paid $20 million a year. Yeah. So the first order of business when Mr. Paul stepped into his office was that there were a bunch, but these are the two things that bothered me the most. He wanted to get rid of the fine for players flopping and legalize the use of certain steroids in the league. What? You are playing no games, Chris. I mean, the flopping thing is hilarious. That should not happen because, like, so many players flop and it's not cool. And Chris Paul is a flopper, that's why he's trying to do that. I love Chris Paul, but that flopping shit is not cool. And the steroid thing, I don't know what that's about. I think the steroid that he's actually trying to approve, though, is one that doesn't help enhance your performance. It enhances recovery for players, that got really bad injuries. So, I mean, that's sensible, but at the same time, a steroid is a steroid. If that was the case, then Kobe Bryant would have been playing in the playoffs if he could have used that steroid. So, I don't know. I thought that was two really weird things to do as soon as you get to be the president of the Players Union. Those things aren't going to get legalized or ratified, by the way, because that's just no. The fine for player flopping was one of the greatest things to exist, to be made by David Stern. That was like the thing. That was amazing. It stopped people like LeBron and the Heat from flopping their asses off when they're like 6'6", 250. But anyway, it's coming up to the end of the video, so let's take a look at Bob Dandridge's stats. His 3-point shot is not that great. It's like what's his name? The Big O. His mid-range is really good. He's decently athletic, not that much, because you know this was the old days. His passing is alright for a small forward, actually decent for a small forward, and his strength is up there for a small forward as well. His shoot-off dribble is great, so you can really create a shot with him, and his on-ball defense is really good. That's like Iguodala on-ball defense. So yeah, that was the pack opening for today. Keep an eye on my channel. I'll be uploading it either today or tomorrow. I mean tomorrow or the day after. This game against a friend of mine, we're going to upload it on each other's channels. It went down to the buzzer. Great game. So yeah guys, like, comment, and subscribe. New legends every day.